Homecoming week has started and students strike a pose.
Plus, students show off their acting skills. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network, Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for October 14th, 2015. I'm Christy Henderson.
And I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University has expanded the educational option for some Montgomery area community college students. Troy signed a reverse transfer agreement this morning with Trenholm State College. Courtney Chandler explains how this will affect students from our Trojan News Bureau in Montgomery.
Troy University continues to expand its partnership with neighboring schools in the River region. On Wednesday, a reverse transfer agreement was made with Trenholm State Community College in Montgomery.
Our students who are presently attending Trenholm who may want to go on and transfer to Troy University, once they earn enough credits at Troy to get an associate's degree, Troy will transfer those credits back so that those students will eventually earn their associate's degree and possibly a BS degree or BA degree at the same time from Troy University.
The agreement will create options for students and give them monetary and educational benefits as well through the partnership between Troy University and Trenholm State Community College.
Students in today's world are in and out, and they need options. And this reverse agreement provides a lot of options. They'll be eligible for scholarships. They'll be eligible, of course, for the waived application fee. It will make them Trojans even before they become a member of our student bodies.
The transfer agreement between Troy University and Trenholm State Community College will not only be beneficial in monetary and educational, but it will also be a benefit to the region and it will have economic benefit as well.
It's all about economics. That means that these students will pay much less money to earn that degree. That means that they'll be able to get into the workforce much quicker, and that means that they can add to our economic development of this state.
Students will also be prepared to get jobs in the state of Alabama and around the country as well through the transfer. In Montgomery, Courtney Chandler, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Today's signing was the sixth reverse transfer agreement Troy University has signed with area community colleges.
Skit Night is one of the more well-known of the homecoming festivities. This year's theme is Troy's own marching band, The Sound of the South.
Do you accept this Trojan sword? I do!
Tuesday night, multiple organizations showed off their school spirit and acting skills at the annual Skit Night for Homecoming Week. The organizations performed their skits within 3 minutes with the theme of celebrating the 50th anniversary of Troy's own marching band, The Sound of the South. However, the winning organization of Skit Night will not be announced until this Saturday during the homecoming game.
Turnout was really good. We had a lot of people here. I was surprised, but we had a really good turnout. I'm really happy with it, and I hope that just continues to grow as we go throughout the week. The winners will be announced between the third and fourth quarter of the game this Saturday.
The organizations had about a month to plan their skits. Many of the students that attended the event were there to cheer on their own organization or just came out to see all the hard work the groups put into planning on the Sound of the South theme.
It was a lot of fun and it was hilarious to see all the skits. Everybody did a great job with all the work they put into it. It builds a lot of school spirit and it's just really good involvement. It makes you enjoy your college experience a lot more.
And one person who participated in Skit Night says that homecoming week festivities are not only a great way to bond with their friends, but also an opportunity for students to showcase their personal talents to the university.
I think it's really neat, like how sororities combine all types of people and then have these different avenues where we can appreciate their different talents. So you have banner where you have your artists really shine, and then you have skit where you have like actors and speakers shine, and then you have dance where dancers can shine. So I think it's a cool way to really like amplify everyone's talents within your sisterhood and appreciate them for that.
The next festivity planned for homecoming is a scavenger hunt for tonight. Of all the homecoming activities this week, probably one of the easiest for students to take part in was held yesterday.
That's right, Christy, and the only requirement was for students to smile and say cheese. Xavier Harris has the story.
Tuesday evening, Troy University students had the chance to leave their mark at the university. Students lined up to take fall photos for the 2015 Palladium, Troy University's official yearbook.
Today is our fall picture day. It lasts from like 9 to 5. Any Troy student on campus can come and take pictures. It's free to all students. Students have the opportunity to like be in this upcoming yearbook. It's for like the future, not only like now. You'll have the opportunity to like look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember this opportunity in my life, and I remember when I used to do this. So it's like a good opportunity just for you to look back on and preserve the memory.
The yearbook not only covers just the student body at Troy, but each club and organization around the campus.
We are a student-ran publication. We have our sponsor, Professor Steve Stewart, and then we have like 50 students here at Troy that are on staff, and we cover everything from the Quidditch team to football to almost any academic organization or extracurricular organization here on campus.
And when asked what could be the worst thing about taking a yearbook photo, the Lady Trojans had no problem speaking up.
The worst thing would be like to blink and they not tell you about it, so you just like look really bad.
It turning out really bad and your hair being messed up or your makeup or something.
Sneezing right when he takes a picture.
Xavier Harris, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Palladiums are now available in the yearbook office on the first floor of Wallace Hall.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Two teenagers have been indicted in the shooting death of a 14-year-old Birmingham girl during a group fight that investigators say started on Facebook. Police say Kiki Rice was shot in February at a park during a fight that had been organized using social media.
A legal group has filed a complaint against an Alabama Supreme Court justice over his public comments against same-sex marriage. The Southern Poverty Law Center said yesterday it has filed a complaint with the Judicial Inquiry Commission against Justice Tom Parker. The complaint cites comments Parker made on a Christian radio show.
Alabama law enforcement agency officials say officers on bicycles will once again patrol areas surrounding the state capitol building. Officials say the agency's Protective Services Division is relaunching the bike unit for routine patrol and special events.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the volleyball team continues the win streak at home. William McCarthy has the latest in sports.
Plus, a look at the Democratic debate. We will have that and more later.
The frontrunner dominated the first Democratic presidential debate and also gets an assist from her closest rival. I'm Craig Boswell at the White House. That's coming up.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
It was a record crowd at Trojan Arena Tuesday night as the volleyball team won its sixth straight match. The Trojans defeated Florida A&M 3-2 on the last game of the six-match homestand. Rachel Wilkerson has the highlights from Trojan Arena.
The Florida A&M Rattlers made the plays they needed to in order to win the close second and third sets against the Trojans.
Florida A&M played a heck of a match. They really came after us in games 2 and 3, totally dominated that part of the match, and we had to really fight and claw and try to figure some things out. And luckily, we made the plays we had to in order to pull out a win in Game 5.
Despite the rough start, the large crowd boosted the team's confidence as they pulled out another fifth-set win.
It's wonderful. I really don't want to make a habit of it. It's really hard on your heart to be able to not really do much and watch the plays unfold. But you know, it does create some character. It gives us the confidence that we didn't necessarily have this time last year, and if we keep playing well and keep playing hard, we've always said when we play hard, we always have a chance to win. I like our chances.
Team fed off of a Troy volleyball record crowd of 2,021 fans.
Oh my goodness, the crowd was amazing. The band, the group, the fraternity that did the national anthem from start to finish was amazing. I think we probably set an all-time record for attendance for a volleyball match, and we couldn't thank our fans and our band and everyone else out there that was rooting for us enough. It was an amazing atmosphere, and to pull out a win in front of them, it really makes me feel good about what our team accomplished tonight.
The Trojans in the beginning from lack of experience and didn't make the big plays they needed.
We came out and we wanted to try to get some folks some experience, and unfortunately we didn't put the effort in order for us to keep them in there. We had Lauren Long did a great job in the front row. We got Taylor Kettle in there for the first time this year. We got Kaylee Carr in there, and they did a nice job. Unfortunately, the team in general didn't play as well as they needed to, and it's unfortunate.
Rachel Wilkerson, Troy TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans return to conference play this weekend when they travel to Louisiana to take on Louisiana Monroe on Friday and Louisiana Lafayette on Saturday. This weekend will be crucial for the Trojan soccer team as they head to Georgia to play both Georgia Southern and Georgia State respectively. The Trojans are in second place in the Sun Belt Conference and look to distance themselves from the pack. But this weekend will be a challenge for the Trojans, and head coach Jason Hamilton explains how these games will be important for the Trojans to have a shot at winning the Sun Belt.
I think every year it's going to come down to the last weekend. So even if we win a couple games, Little Rock's in fourth place right now, but they play Arkansas State, who's at the bottom of the group right now. So a win for them puts them right behind us again. So it's even though we win 2 games like we did this past weekend, we don't really separate ourselves. So it's just a matter of staying focused and controlling what we can control. And last year we went into the last 2 games and we could either finish in second or we could finish in sixth. And we managed to pull out 2 wins and finish in second. So I have a feeling it's going to be that tight again this year with how everybody's kind of beating up on each other in the conference.
Once again, the Trojans head to Georgia this weekend to play Georgia Southern on Friday at 7 p.m. and Georgia State on Sunday at 1 p.m. Head coach Neil Brown is looking for much more improvement from his team after last weekend's loss to SEC West opponent Mississippi State. The football team is gearing up to restart conference play against Idaho and to get back on a high. Coach Brown talks highly of how improved the Vandals are this year and bring a different challenge to this year's homecoming game.
I'll tell you, I think they're the most improved team that I've seen this year from last year until this year. A lot of credit. They've done a good job recruiting. If you look at, I think Coach Petrino has always done a really good job offensively. He goes back to his brother as well. I think, those guys are some of the best play callers in the country. They're balanced. I think the running back is a big physical kid that's hard to tackle. He'll present a challenge for us. I think their O-line is long. I think that's probably their most improved aspect of their football team. And they've got some wide receivers that can really run.
The Trojans return home on Saturday for homecoming as they take on Idaho. Game starts at 2:30 p.m. And if you can't make the game, it will be televised on ESPN3. The men's golf team finished third at the Autotrader.com Collegiate Classic on Tuesday. Junior Clayton Vanov led the Trojans with 1 over 73 in the final round. Troy entered the final round third place, but found themselves 5 shots back of UNC Greensboro with 5 holes to play. Troy picked up 4 birdies, 2 were from junior Jared Belcher over the final 5 holes to take back third spot. The Trojans sealed the deal with birdie shots on the 18th hole by Belcher, Luke Mosser, and Colin Masters. The Trojans will wrap up their fall season in 2 weeks with a trip to College Grove, Tennessee, to compete in the Intercollegiate at the Grove, hosted by Middle Tennessee State, on October 25th through October 27th.